shared through Ayanna. When can you listen to the Sister Speak Show? At 7 p.m. Central. Tune in on the go or at your residence show. Spreaker, YouTube, Alexa, or SoundCloud. Interviewing special guests that have been blessed and will bless us. Through spoken word and awareness, knowledge is wealth. If you gain it, share this. In the streets, in the burbs, anywhere that we can be heard. It's about that time to elevate your mind. Feel the beat, Sister Speak. Come and eat a spiritual treat. It's about that time to stimulate your mind. Feel the beat, Sister Speak. Come and eat a spiritual treat.
Welcome, my brothers and my sisters, to the Laugh Line on the Sister Speak Show. I am your host, Ayanna. Not only am I the host, I am the host, creator, and producer of the Sister Speak Show, my brothers and sisters. Kingdom Child Recordings is executive producer of the Sister Speak Show. Moving forward, my brothers and sisters, I am so excited to converse with you all tonight. How is your day going so far? How has your week been going so far? Anyway, look, let's just go ahead and get some things out of the way first. First off, to all of my first-time listeners, welcome. To all of my regular listeners, welcome. We are recording live this evening, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time from Dallas, Texas. And I am very, very, very glad to be here. And I really appreciate you all, my listening audience all over the world. We are a syndicated podcast on Amazon Alexa, and we are glad about it. So for all of my first-time listeners, let me explain to you a little bit about the Sister Speak Show. We have 6 segments. And in each segment, you can catch special guest interviews, live on location reports, live performances, in-studio interviews. Not only that, the special guests who will be on the Sister Speak Show are dynamic and impacting the communities with their passions. The Sister Speak Show is a talk show that will keep your mind and your soul informed, energized, and encouraged. We are a cultural renaissance platform that influences a climate that is conducive to who you are and who you should be. No reckless entertainment, just responsible listening nourishment. We don't go dumb. We go wisdom on the Sister Speak Show, my brothers and sisters. Now that we've got all that out the way, are you guys ready to get loose? I hope you have your listening tickets. I hope you're driving home safely. I know that the weather is definitely seasonal. One minute the sun is shining, next minute it's extremely wet. So I just want to encourage all of you all to drive safely on your way to and from wherever you are going. And I also want to say, hey, if you're in the house, stay warm and let's laugh. The one thing that I like about the Laugh Line is, look, you can get your listening tickets by just simply listening to the Sister Speak Show. And not only that, you don't have to run, you don't have to worry about any drama. You just get to sit back and chill. So we want you to add the Sister Speak Show to your listening palette, my brothers and sisters. We want to be a part of your podcast shuffle, okay? Because we are the flavor in your ear. I don't say I'm the best podcast, but I know I'm one of the best. So how about that, brothers and sisters? So let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to do is we're going to laugh tonight. We have my 10-minute sit down. She is funny. As well as I have a clip for you all, my brothers and sisters, about stage fright. And I have a highlight from Katt Williams. I don't know Michael Williams. Katt Williams, one of his very first performances, okay, on BET Comic View. And I also have a clip from Sheryl Underwood. Oh boy. So of course, mature audiences only. I marked this explicit. So we're going to go ahead and get started after these commercial breaks. Okay, my brothers and sisters, I'm so glad to talk with you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Listening to the Sister Speak Show is even easier now with the new abilities available from Spreaker Skill on Amazon Alexa. With Spreaker on Alexa, you can now listen to the Sister Speak Show from even more places from all around the world. You also have navigation control, fast forward and rewind podcast to make sure you never miss a second of your favorite show. And then you can ask for show recommendations like the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. Brothers and sisters, we want you to listen live and on demand to the Sister Speak Show. There are 6 segments dedicated to serving you, my brothers and sisters. We have the platform, coming to the stage, the culture climate, the laugh line, the tour, and the search effort. Oh, the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve.
Brothers and sisters, we are back and you are listening to the Laugh Line. Also, at the end of the show, I got a couple treats for you all. And I want to make sure that you all are tuning in live tomorrow as well as Sunday because we have some really dope special guest interviews and I'm really excited about that. So anyway, brothers and sisters, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and get started with the Laugh Line this evening. So look. You already know that when I do this particular show, it gets a little loose. Keep your seatbelts on because it gets a little loose. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So what I want to do first is I found a documentary about stage fright. And they have just different comedians speaking about their experiences being on stage and, crowd reactions and getting up the nerve to even go out there and speak, being able to memorize your material or have enough material that the audience can relate to. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and listen to this clip. I always cite my sources and then we're going to get really down and ready because I got some things I need to talk about today with you all, my brothers and my sisters. So let's go ahead and get this started. This is called Stage Fright, Why We Laugh, and this is brought to you by Code Black Comedy. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to wait for these ads. These ads are haters. You understand what I'm saying to you? Okay, let's get it. Let's go, my brothers and sisters. And I'll see you on the other side of this documentary.
Is there fear involved in getting on stage for a stand-up comedian? I would say yeah, but it's a healthy fear. It's a good fear. It's a fear. Fear and excitement are really the same things. They're like the flip side of the same coin. So if you think of it as excitement as opposed to fear, it's less stifling. But sure, there's an element of, fear of rejection. You're getting up there, you're naked with just your microphone and your jokes. And, it's a very vulnerable place to be. And the audience has a lot of power. The power to reject you, the power to scream things out like, you're not funny, bitch. Excuse me. But all kinds of things you open yourself up to when you get on that stage. So, stand-up comedy requires a lot of courage.
Fear getting on stage dissipates, because you've been doing it for a long time. But, I always have to concentrate for at least a half an hour and think of what I'm going to say and how I'm going to say it. And then I feel secure because I know what I'm going to do. I remember once I had people in my dressing room when I was in Las Vegas and it was coming towards the time and they were my friends and I finally had to say, just get out. I have to concentrate. And they said, but you've been doing it for so long. And I said, I know, but I have to sit there and be alone with my thoughts before I go on stage. And when you've been doing comedy a long time and people have bought tickets to see you're not as afraid because they know what they're coming to see. When you're a new comedian, you don't have your style down yet, you don't know where you're performing, no one's heard of you, then it's much more nerve-wracking. But now, curiously, my act is the most relaxing part of my day because I'm in control, I know where the audience is going to laugh, everybody has a good time, and then I go home. No one asks me to do anything, cook anything, clean anything, get me anything. I just do my act, and I go home, and I love it.
Now I have less fear. It depends on who the audience is or how prepared I feel and what percentage of my set is going to be new material. But I definitely have some fear when I go on stage. And not the same as the first time I tried stand-up. The first time I tried stand-up, I was physically sick for a month. Like I had just acquired a cold because my immune system was so racked from the nerves of trying stand-up the first time. But after that, I'm handling fear a lot better now, I think.
And the one thing Steve Harvey taught me recently, he said, you will be the funniest when you're free. When I'm free. He said, when you don't have that fear of going on stage, of being a woman, a man, or whatever, that fear, and you just talk to them like they're your friends or your mama or your therapist, he said, you will be free, and that's when you will be your funniest. And that's how it works, and I believe him. I'm just not as free as he is yet. I'm working on it.
there's always fear when you go on stage. Every time I'm ready to walk out, I have that momentary feeling of, what the fuck am I doing? I mean, am I going to pull it off tonight? Is this even going to happen? Because I am really ready to just crash right now. You're tired, you're hungry, you've been busy, and then suddenly you've got to totally focus. Because you can't, you really can't, you can't be out of your body. This is a total in-body experience to walk on that stage. And people expect the best from you, and I demand the best from myself. And sometimes it's just, you wonder, am I going to pull it off? But I'd say 99.9% of the time, I manage to get to where I want to go.
I do not experience fear when I go on stage, and I don't get nervous. I experience sometimes dread if I notice, this may not go well. Like I've seen some other comics who have been on before me struggle, or I notice the audience is unruly, or especially if it's an outdoor music festival. Many times, like say it's Bonnaroo or the Lansdowne Festival in Europe, or All Tomorrow's Parties, any of these things that are outdoors and music is playing and it's a festival atmosphere, I experience dread because that can go very awry. Sometimes it goes very, very well, but that actually makes me a little bit nervous, those open air things, only because it's difficult for me to compete with that. Like as I mentioned earlier, I don't have that grabber, that way about me that gets people's attention and holds it, and like these belly laughers that are going to come at you, so that can be difficult. Then sometimes travel-wise and things, you travel to a show and then you realize, this is a horrible venue and it wasn't well planned, and some of the comedians that are going on with you are not your taste per se, and I experience like but not fear or nerves per se.
I think it's a terrible mistake to say out loud that I'm not afraid anymore when I walk on stage. But I haven't felt nervous in a very long time. And I don't know if that's just because I'm dead inside or a drunk. But I will say that I feel like the more you do comedy, I always tell people that comedy is like being a high diver. And the first time you get up on the high dive, you're afraid. And the 1,000th time you get up on the high dive, you're afraid. And then the 1,001st time, it's just something that you do every day. So for me, comedy is something that I do and I really enjoy it. And so if there is any fear, it's buried by excitement. And, I think the periods when I've been afraid have been periods when I wasn't creatively active and the material wasn't exciting to me and I didn't want to do it and I wasn't, psyched to talk to people. So that's really when fears come in. And about 8 years into my career, I had a period where I just hated my act and I hated stand-up, and every time I would get ready to go on stage, I would break into these like clinical flop sweats. Like I could feel sweat running down the inside of my clothes and into the cracks and the crevices where it's super uncomfortable to be sweating. And that was a really frightening period. And what I realized was the fear was saying something else, which was that I needed to like redo everything. And I threw my entire act away and started over from scratch. And since then, I haven't really been afraid in a long time. And that is a terrible thing to say outside. I'm sure I'm going to be racked with fear the minute I leave here and have to like go to sleep under my car in the garage or something. But no, I mainly just feel excitement. So if there's ever nerves, they're like anticipatory nerves and not fear. I like comedy. I like telling jokes, and I like having that experience with an audience. And it's mainly, the issue for me mainly is like, stop talking, bitch. We have shit to do. That's usually what happens.
I am always afraid because of respect for what has come before me. Am I prepared? Do I understand that these are jokes that you're going to tell over and over again, and they need to hit over and over again? It is a blessing to do what we do. If you're not afraid, if you don't have what we call the bubble guts, if you don't have to use the bathroom at least 4 times before you get to the club, you're not in the game, man. If you're not afraid of bombing, you're going to bomb. Sometimes jokes don't hit. There's some footage of me, Indecision 96, of me just, boom. One day that footage should come out. But you got to go through it to understand how you recoil from it. How do you repair it? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, I've never bombed in my life. Well, you're going to have a problem when you get on that movie set and it ain't hitting like you're supposed to hit, so you don't know how to repair it. It's good to go through stuff. It's good to have fear. It's good to be concerned. If you're not concerned, you're not going to get better at it. You already think you're the bomb. That's when you lose your edge. When you get cocky and think you got it going on, that's right when the comedy guy go, oh, really? Nah, you ain't got no joke. This ain't nothing but crickets. This is the audience limits. You would twist my like this. You know, you got to have that. You got fear. It's like the nervous energy that you should use to fuel yourself, you know, to propel you to go out and I got to do the thing. You know, some comics, if you don't sell enough tickets and there's only 5 people, I can't hit because it ain't enough people. No, I'm going to kill them 5 people. I'm going to lay down them 5 people. Them 5 people, the waiter, the waitress, the cook, the security dude, the club owner. Oh, I'm going to kill y'all. And then if it's 5,000, if it's 50,000, I'm going to kill you just as hard. The same people I'm trying to make laugh when there's 45,000 people at the Hoodie Awards. I'm trying to make them laugh just as hard as the 5 people that came to the club that the club owner didn't promote good enough. I still got to do my job. That's what I'm going to do. I'm a professional comic, a soldier.
I don't have a lot of fear around performing and around comedy. I have fear around if I'm writing it myself. I'm in the process of writing this show now, and I keep thinking, why? Why are you saying this? Has anyone else said it better or before? Or is it just because you thought of it? Just because you think of it sometimes isn't enough to say it. So I have fear going into my golden years about wasting time. You know, about saying things that aren't really important or haven't been said before. But I don't, you know, when I do those big blockbuster movies, it's like, oh, what will my costume look like? What's going to be for lunch? That kind of fear, but not really, will I be funny? I usually go in with a good idea of what kind of character I'm going to have. I mean, I guess you always have a little bit of self-doubt, right? You always have a little bit of, am I going to suck? Or have I fooled everyone? That's just common. Everybody has that. Have I fooled everyone into thinking I'm talented? You have that on the drive into the studio. But then usually, if it's good, it's a good script and you're working with good people, it's just a big pot of fun soup.
To this day, and I'm 47 years in the business, you are frightened when you go out. You are scared of them. They can turn on you in a second. It is always there. And you can never say, even halfway through the act, oh, okay, I got him now. We're friends. They're your friends, but they're your friend that's going to turn on a dime. It's the fear is constant. To the last joke, you are riding joke to joke to joke. And the fear never leaves you because they may have laughed at that, but maybe they won't laugh at this. And it's... and when they don't like you, and the fear starts, and I start to stutter. My act gets longer when they don't like me, because I stutter. The fear comes out, and you're from. It's fear is always there. Fear is always there. I come backstage, and the air tells you what it's going to be like. You know before you even walk on stage, the air, if it's going to work. If that night's going to be an easy night, or if it's not. And there's always a fear that it's not. And then the fear of getting them back. The fear when something has happened in the audience. Whether it's someone who is thought they're going to be smart and starts to heckle you, and you have to put them down, but then you have to reassure the audience that they're really okay. There's that fear. You've lost them. You're never going to get them back. There are so many fears constantly playing in your... The fear that you're going to forget your act. The fear that the joke isn't going to work. The fear of the new material not working. The fear. It is there till you walk off.
I'll tell you what's scary is getting on stage with somebody who's funny just standing there. I recently worked with Eddie Izzard, and we were doing a play for Eric Idle, and it was Eddie. It was all these fabulous people, but a lot of them are stand-ups. Eddie Izzard, Billy Connolly, Russell Brand, and then a few comedic actors like Tim Curry and Tracy Ullman and what have you. And the thing is, some of those people, they just walk up to the microphone and people start laughing. There's just something about them. There's an air. I don't know what it is, but they just sort of saunter up to the microphone, and before they open their mouth, people are ready to laugh. That is a gift. And it's really scary to be on stage with those people and hold your own.
I had to hypnotize myself for the fear to go away. When I first started getting into comedy, I would not eat for an entire week. Like, if I knew I had a show on Saturday, I could not. There were butterflies in my stomach from Monday to Saturday. And it was really hard. Like, I would just go crazy. I felt like, oh my God, I can't do it. Oh my God. Yeah. And I would just go through this whole horrible week before performing. And it was like, that's not fun, you know? And so I actually hypnotized myself. And now I just don't give a shit. I just do it.
Yes, you're always afraid that something is not going to work when you go on stage. And, you know, stand-ups are really fearless because they go out. And, you know, because it's subjective, you don't know if it's going to work. Because what works on Monday doesn't necessarily work on Tuesday. And then what works on Tuesday, sometimes some of Monday works, but some of Tuesday doesn't. I mean, you never know. So you just get out there. And, you know, getting out on a stage, even as an actor, you know, it's never totally fine because there's no guarantee. You could know your lines backwards and forwards, and you come and you get on the stage, you do everything you're supposed to do, and suddenly there's a blank space, and you can see the blank coming up on you as you're getting to it. And then there you are, buck naked in front of the audience, saying, fuck, I don't know this line. So what do? I have to make some shit up. I have to make some shit up. And you're standing there like you know what you're supposed to say. And you're looking engaged, but really internally you're going, and you talk and talk and talk and talk until the other person realizes that you can't remember what you're supposed to do. And you pray that they can give you a leg up. This is why you must always treat people well. Because you'll find yourself in that position with somebody you pooped on, and they'll let you dangle there. So yeah, you're always scared. But man, what a way to be scared. It's not like jumping out of an airplane. You know, it's just like, can I do it? You get to be a certain age, sometimes you can't.
I do not have fear of getting on stage anymore, although I do usually want to vomit before a corporate gig. Because those can still be horrible, or they can be great, but it's still a crapshoot. It's not my controlled environment. It's their environment. There's a lot of unknowns and variables outside of my control range when it's a corporate gig, and I do a lot of them, and you know, I can fit into those, but yeah, those. I now have trained myself where I go, I'm not going to think about this until 2 hours beforehand, and then I allow myself to go into a complete nervous freak tailspin for 2 hours. But that's all.
Going on stage is truly scary to me, yes. I think it is a scary thing. I think I would have been a far better stand-up if I didn't have that. I hear the voice of my mother in my head everywhere I go telling me, who do I think I am, having something to say. And I mean, the people who don't have that voice quite so loud do far better than I do.
I don't have fear every time I go on stage. The more I do my job, the more I relish my job. I think particularly in recent years, there have been a lot of books out about the science of our brains, the chemistry of our moods. And I think I had stumbled on that, you know, without the scientific background already. Within recent years myself, actually, finding just you know what? It just plain feels good to laugh. And it's such a joy and a privilege to be the person that people come out to see for that. It's kind of neat, actually. So, no, I don't fear the crowd at all anymore. I think I probably had some nerves in earlier years, and now I just look forward to it. I relish it. You know how there'll be a commercial for, like, say, a Three Musketeers bar, that's fluffy, not stuffy, and they show the person having the bite, and then, like, that's how I feel about my job now. Just every second that I get to do it is just wonderful. I don't like the flying. I don't especially like being alone in hotels. I don't like having to do phone conversations with my kids just to keep family life going. But the part where you go and you're in a room with people who've come out to laugh for the night is absolutely magical. And I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
Brothers and sisters, you were listening to Stage Fright, Why We Laugh. I thank you for your listening patience, my brothers and sisters. If you heard any fumbling or any rapid footsteps, that was me moving to a new location because I'm picking up too much background noise, and that's not a normal flow for me. So I had to move to another location, my brothers and sisters. But we are still live, and I'm so glad that you are listening to the Laugh Line on the Sister Speak show, my brothers and sisters. Getting on stage is no joke, because I know for me personally, that anytime I have to get ready to go on stage, I get an acute case of gas, lethal gas. I'm talking about the gas that could probably kill somebody on death row gas. It's bad. Methane times 10. I don't know what it is. It's just like my nerves get all bunched up, and then next thing you know, it's just like, and I'm just like, doing my own suicide farting, to be honest with you, brothers and sisters. I mean, it's just really bad, because anytime I have been on stage or getting ready to go on stage, it's always my stomach twists up. I start to sweat. I get nervous. I'm like, what are the people going to say? What are they going to do? How are they going to react? Do I know what I'm supposed to, do I know my lines? And look, I take a piece of paper up there with me every single time, even though I have rehearsed it and I know it. It's just something every time I get on stage where the enemy always tries to steal my thoughts, always tries to steal my memory. So then, I don't want to get up there and go blank, because I know I'm a professional blanker too. I can go blank in a minute. I can get up there and go, what was I supposed to say? So I just take the piece of paper up there and always just, keep it there as a reference, because, you don't ever want to lose your place, and you don't want to lose what you're supposed to say. And it's nothing like trying to, engage the audience, look them in their eyes and converse with them. And then you try to look back on your paper and cannot remember your spot. Oh my gosh, you talk about panic. You talk about making it up. You talk about some serious improv. Say it, Ayanna. Get the word out. You can do it. Improvising. I mean, seriously. And that's the one thing that I did learn, taking acting classes, is you have to know how to improvise. Improvising saves lives. I call improvising really white lies cousin, because you really are really trying to, fill up the time, fill up the space and everything. And it's just like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? So my brothers and sisters, what type of stuff happens to you when you get on stage, or when you have to perform? Do you get bubble guts, the shatters, the slaughters? Like, what happens to you? Do you sweat? Do you swat? Like, what goes on? Or are you just the type of person like, look, I get on stage and I handle it, and I'm always nailing it. Look, I nail it too. I give a great performance, okay? I do. But I also give a good performance under the fact that I'm nervous. And people say, oh, you do such a good job. How can you be so nervous? Excuse me? I'm standing in front of 1 million people right now, even though it's only 25, or even though it's 500. What do you mean? They're looking at me, look at them, look at me, look at them. They're expecting me to say something to keep the program flowing. Ooh, and one thing I'm going to tell you, I don't drink milk anymore, because I learned that, milk is for cows. baby calves. Calves drink cow's milk. Humans drink human milk. That's why your gas is so lethal. That's why you pass gas and clear your own spots. That's why you know how to tear the paint off the wall from milk. Oh, I'm lactose intolerant. No, you're cow milk intolerant. Humans don't drink cow milk. Okay? I don't know what you're supposed to put in your cereal. But I know one thing, it gets real. The last part of cereal, which is R-E-A-L, gets very real once you've had some milk. For me, probably about 10 minutes, and the next thing you know, you get that, the next thing you know, here you are, slaughtering villages because of the lactose. Look, brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. Lactose intolerant isn't supposed to happen, but it happens because we drinking cow's milk. You can drink almond milk. You can drink whatever type of milk you want. I didn't know almonds produced milk. Almond milk. Really? You got cow's milk, almonds milk. So now almonds be breastfeeding. Do almonds have udders? How do you get milk from an almond? Oh, brothers and sisters, it's going to get real today. Anyway, brothers and sisters, this is what we going to do. I got another clip for you, and we're going to look at our young brother, Katt Williams. Katt has had some, trials and tribulations and some controversy in the news and things like that. But look, who doesn't have controversy and trials and tribulations? All right, Katt Williams, who happens to be one of the funniest comedians. This is a stand-up. This is from BET Comic View. And here we go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What a pleasure to be here. So wonderful to be in Pasadena, where it's 138 during the day and 36 at night. A pimp don't know what to wear. I'm in the hotel lobby. I got on a fur coat, some swim trunks, some Timberlands, and an umbrella, because I don't know what may happen in this raggedy bitch this evening. I am just here to remind all minorities that with what's going on in the world today, you have got to be happy about whatever you got in your life right now. That's my message, because the world is crazy right now. What is gas? $600 a damn gallon right now? I don't care how much money you got, gas is entirely too high. That's all I'm saying. You are not supposed to be at the gas station making life decisions. You just at the pump. Just, Negro, did I eat today? I can't get no half a tank. I got 6 cigarettes. I can't even do it. They done messed up the whole gas station experience. Used to be, if you had $10, $15, you could go to the gas station with confidence, because you knew you was either going to be full or damn near full. If you had a 20, you ain't even talk to the person at the counter. You just 20 on 11, bitch. They done messed up the whole gas station experience. Used to be, if you put $15 in your tank, you had time to bond with your vehicle. You had time to put the nozzle in and set the clicker and look through your car and clean off the dashboard, look through your CDs and run in the store and get some Pringles and a Snapper, and it'll still be pumping. Now if you put $15 in, you can't even turn around good for that son of a bitch click. As soon as you put it in, just click, click. There ain't no damn gas in that car. The world is a crazy place. That's all I'm saying. I'm living in Hollywood now. I'm finding out most of the stuff I thought was real ain't even real. I met DMX 6 months ago. This Negro is 2 inches taller than me. I don't know why I thought he was 6'12" or something. This Negro is my size, and he really be talking like that. We at the restaurant, hey, yo, bitch, let me get some water and some lemon. Negro, why are you hollering? We at a restaurant. I'm out there meeting big-time celebrities. I meet Shaquille O'Neal. Me and him become friends. Then I find out I can't even be his friend in public because he's just too damn tall. How it look, I'm congratulating you on your game, and you got your thing all on my forehead regions. basketball. It's a crazy place. Because when you start being in Hollywood making some money, then you get rich friends. And you got to be real cool with you, because I got rich friends now. Martin Lawrence is my friend. I go to Martin's house. Martin got a $36 million house. $36 million. Sometimes I just be in the driveway like, look at this ridiculous bullshit. House is this for eating and sleeping, Martin. But I be there every chance I get. Because you can do anything in a $36 million house. Whatever I want to do. You want to play pool? It's a pool hall. You want to go hang gliding? He got hang gliding. You want to play basketball? It ain't a basketball court with concrete. He got some soft stuff on it. Make a Negro jump accidentally. I'm just in the back. You want to watch a movie? He ain't got a plasma TV. He got a theater in his house with real popcorn popping behind glass. And you don't even want no popcorn. You just be like, look at this buttery bullshit. Having a ball over Martin's house. Forgetting that I got to leave Martin's house and go back to my house. Now I'm at my house all ungrateful. Just I can't even sleep here. I can't. On the TV, bitch. The world is becoming a crazy place. Used to be, all you had to do was just smoke some weed. But not anymore, because now weed is messed up. I don't know why it's so strong. All I'm saying is I had to tell all the weed salesmen, when I say I want weed, I mean regular weed. I don't want nothing with a nickname. Not Thriller, Killer, Salmonella, none of that. Because I am used to smoking weed and getting the munchies. This brother in L.A. sold me some stuff, had me looking at the refrigerator for 3 hours. I'm just in the kitchen, sitting on the stove. Because it's only 2 type of weed smokers. It's amateurs and it's professionals. And if you're an amateur, you don't have no business messing with a professional. I had to learn the hard way. Snoop was doing a TV show. Snoop said, when we take a break, we're going to go to my trailer and hit some weed. I was like, you ain't said nothing with no hit some weed. I ain't say that to him, but I was thinking it. So I'm in the trailer. It's me, Snoop, and 2 brothers. I watch him roll it, light it, put it in rotation. I know the rules. Puff, puff. I see you've been to a seminar yourself. So everything is fine. But about 4 3/4 minutes, I start noticing that I am higher than I have ever been my entire life. I don't mean cool high. I'm talking about scary high. You looking down at your mama's house and satellites and Jesus, I don't want to be this high. And I'm trying to figure out how I can get this high in 4 3/4 minutes. I swear to God, I look up. These Negroes have lit 4 blunts, and they are all in rotation at the same time. We in that bitch looking like an Olympic ghetto track meet. How high are we trying to be, Snoop? I swear to God, they put the blunts out, went right back on the show like ain't nothing happened. Meanwhile, I'm trying to remember what show I'm on. Just wait a minute. 32. I am a boy, Damon. I gotta go. I'm gonna see you.
Ooh, brothers and sisters, give it up for Katt Williams. Oh my goodness, brothers and sisters, you are listening live to the Laugh Line on the Sister Speak show. I remember one time I did the Laugh Line and I said you all were listening to the tour. That's the wrong show. You got too many segments, Ayanna. Anyway, brothers and sisters, oh my gosh. The one thing I love about Katt Williams is his energy, his voice, and just the stuff that he talks about is like, I can really, really relate to what you're talking about, Katt. Can't you? I mean, gosh, I know we all have our, selected comedians that we like and that we love. And I'm just telling you, like, Katt Williams all day long, there is something seriously right with him. He is too funny. Anyway, brothers and sisters, I appreciate you listening to the Laugh Line on the Sister Speak show, my brothers and sisters. So this is what we're going to do. I got one more for you, and then we're going to close this one out. But of course, I got some comedy for you all. It's very important to do the comedy. And so I was trying to play Sheryl Underwood because she is funny. So this is the I Got the Hookup Comedy Jam with Sheryl Underwood. Now, Sheryl's very loose. Put your seatbelts on. Get your kids. Get your children. Put them in the other room. Let's get it. Let's go.
Hey, y'all, look, check it out. We're going to get this shit started. This next motherfucker coming up. Y'all better put your seatbelts on. Y'all seen this motherfucker on Def Jam rip that bitch. She was in the play How to Treat a Black Woman. She's the funniest motherfucking female I know. Put your hands together for my girl, Miss Sheryl Underwood.
I told you all that I had rated this show explicit. Okay, it's taken her 15 years to get on stage.
Introducing into the discussion now. You gonna let a bitch suck your dick or what?
Ooh, Sheryl.
You ain't got to take a bitch nowhere. You ain't even got to buy me.
Pause. Okay, you guys. Sheryl Underwood is known for the thirst trap comedy. I'm saying it here. She had some thirst trap comedy. You know, she just let you know off the bat, look, this is what I do. This is how I do it. And this is why I do it. Look, just for the sake of time, why don't you take the time out to watch this on your own? You can catch this on, because I can't do Sheryl right now. I got the Hookup Comedy Special with Sheryl Underwood. Now, I'm not trying to be all, Ayanna, you said it's for mature audiences only. Yeah, but look. It's 7-something and I don't want to talk about sucking it, okay? I just don't. So this is what we're going to do, brothers and sisters. We're going to come back after this commercial break, and then I've got something for you, and then we're going to go ahead and close out on this show, because I just don't want to hear it right now, okay? I just don't. Anyway, brothers and sisters, we will, but actually, this is what I'm going to do. I got something for you all. Okay, here we go.
To the Sister Speak show. It was a privilege and an honor on the tour, October 29, 2017, to interview this dope, amazingly talented, down-to-earth brother, Blau, 1/4 member of the group formerly called The Boys, now the Sons of Light. This was a groundbreaking interview for the Sister Speak show because these brothers are a part of music history and continue to make music that's a part of music history. Show your support to Blau, Hakeem, Taj, and Kyrie by watching February 25th, this Sunday, Unsung The Boys. Had us going crazy. The latest episode of The Search Effort is now available on demand on the Sister Speak show. The Love Triangle. Someone has to go. The Nadia Vanderbilt story. Find out what happens when Nadia decides that 3 cannot play that game. On The Search Effort on the Sister Speak show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action.
Brothers and sisters, welcome back to the Laugh Line on the Sister Speak show. I am your host, Ayanna. Brothers and sisters, let's just get right down to it. Is she funny? Of course I am. Close to a 10-minute sit down with me. Let's get it, let's go. Brothers and sisters, I got a couple things I want to talk to you about today. I was looking on Instagram, minding my usual scrolling business, and I came across an advertisement by Burger Peasant. You all know them as Burger King. I call them Burger Peasant, Burger Scraps. Anyway, and they were like, yeah, you guys, guess what? What? The new cheesy tot macaroni cheesy tots is back. Why? Why were they ever front? What do you mean they're back? Excuse me? Now I'm tired of this. Check this out. Burger King has a contract with diarrhea. You do know that, right? Burger King has a contract with vomit. Burger King has a contract with I will never eat this again, Jesus prayers. Burger King has a contract with the ER. I am convinced. Who in the hell would ever in their life make tater tots with macaroni and cheese in the middle at all? Who? What type of meetings are you all having? When is the meeting? I need to know. When is the meeting? You need to invite the community out, Burger Peasant, because I don't know anybody that eats cheesy tot macaroni cheesy tots. I don't know nobody. I don't know. And I just want to know, why do you all continue to incorporate stuff with Cheetos, cheese puffs? Don't you get it by now? And another thing, Burger King, why do you have 10 nuggets for $1.49? I feel some kind of way about that. I need my nuggets to at least cost $3.99. When nuggets are $1.49 or $1.69 at 10 a pop, you know that they have a contract with diarrhea. See, I want you all to know this, so next time you get ready to go out and eat, you will be able to read between the lines and say, they got a contract with diarrhea. Macaroni cheesy tots, contract with diarrhea. 10 nuggets for $1.69, contract with diarrhea. Why are you giving away all your nuggets? Why 10? I can understand 2 for $1.49, but why 10 nuggets for $1.49? You can get 10 nuggets for just $1.69, just $1.49. I don't want them. I don't want cheap nuggets. I need my nuggets. Okay. I need my nuggets. First of all, to be real white chicken meat. Okay. Not rib meat, not, quarter parts. I need the real deal. That's just me. Number 1. Number 2, I've never in my life, ever in my life, known that you could get 10 nuggets for $1.69 until Burger King popped up with that commercial. Why, brothers and sisters? Why? Why? Burger Peasant, why? You keep coming up with some of the nastiest combos. And you know what else, Burger King? Your chicken patties is too big. Your chicken patties is on steroids, okay? Why is your chicken patty so? I don't need to be eating chicken all day long. I don't need to be chewing all day long. See, I like thin burgers. I like thin patties. I like thin chicken. I like thin stuff. I like it flat. I like it all white breast meat. I like everything well done. And then if you want to try to give me a Tyrannosaurus chicken patty, I'm not going to eat it. Disgusting, Burger King. So I am definitely filing a complaint against you with the Food and Drug Administration. They need to know that you guys are out here contracting with diarrhea, which leads me to my second part of this sit-down comedy. Brothers and sisters, we're not saying the right word to describe our emotional levels of being mad. We're not. See, for far too long, when we get mad, we say stuff like this. I'm pissed off. They pissed me off. I'm so pissed. That really pissed me off. Hey, Ayanna, are you okay? No, I'm pissed. I'm pissed off. You guys don't want to piss me off, you know? But no, I haven't been describing it accurately. Since I got into my 40s, I haven't been describing it accurately. Brothers and sisters, brace yourself. And you heard it here first on the Sister Speak show, by the way. My material. No. When you come for my life, when you do something to irritate me, when you purposefully try to be very disrespectful, when you call my phone nonstop, when you do things that are just crossing my boundaries, you know, when you have to get the pop off, nah, you ain't pissed me off. You shitted me off. Oh yeah, brothers and sisters, here we go. I'm tired of being shitted off. Ayanna, what's wrong? Are you okay? No, I'm shitted. What? I'm shitted. Excuse me? I am shitted off. You don't want to shit me off now, do you? Hey, one more word, and I'm going to get very shitted off. Ooh. You know what? When I thought about it, I was like, brilliant. Next time somebody comes for you, say, are you trying to shit me off? Not piss me off, but are you trying to shit me off? Because when somebody shits you off, that means the shit is going to hit the fan. Now, some of you are saying, Ayanna, are you cursing? No. Don't you know what shit means? Stow high in transit. Quick story. Back in the day when they were transferring cow manure on the cargo ships, they would have it at the bottom of the cargo ship. But because of the pressure and the heat and everything that was going on, they were having explosions at the bottom of the cargo ships because, shit, methane, gas, bam. So they would then carry the manure to the top part of the cargo ship. Okay? And it would say shit, stow high in transit. They would store the manure high in transit. So that's how you got the word shit. So I'm not cursing. So back to our regularly scheduled program. Don't shit me off. Look, I know y'all gonna be using it because it's very clever, but you heard it here first. Don't let people shit you off. Well, what are the consequences of somebody being shitted off? Volatile statements, hostile statements, below the belt statements, threats, a lot of wish you would's, hang-ups, confrontations. Ayanna, are you okay? No, I'm kind of I'm shitted right now. On yourself? No. No. I'm very shitted. What did you wipe? What's wrong? You have the flu? No. Shitted off is the highest level of being absolutely angry. Shitted. So from now on, brothers and sisters, if a bill collector calls you and they keep on asking you when, you say to them, look, are you trying to shit me off? Okay. Or look, hey, can I have the last of your cookies? Do you want me to be shitted? What? I'm not playing. Shitted off. It's better than being pissed off. I'm shitted off. You heard it here on the Sister Speak show, on the laugh line, my brothers and sisters. You got that first, okay? So no longer do you let people piss you off. And you shouldn't let people shit you off either. But I think if you use the word shitted, I am so shitted. First of all, people are going to look at you like you're crazy. And they're going to look at your bottom to see if you actually did it. I'm telling you, man, this is going to throw the game for a loop. This is what I plan on doing. I'm telling you. You don't want to shit me off. Brothers and sisters, I thank you for listening to the Laugh Line on the Sister Speak show. And it has been a pleasure for me, my brothers and sisters. I thank you so much for tuning in and being a wonderful, wonderful guest. Now, it's a little low-key this evening, but we'll be back in full effect, my brothers and sisters. So check this out. Tomorrow, I have a very special guest coming on the tour. His name is Varus Bell. This brother is dope. He's got a clothing line. Not only that, he also is a recording artist. So we will definitely vibe out with this up and coming brother. Be on the lookout for Varus Bell. And then we will have the platform on Sunday where we will have Jamichael Breckinridge. He is the owner and designer of Mayhem Clothing. So excited, brothers and sisters, about this. And then, oh my gosh, you won't believe the DM that I got. I got a DM that was so juicy and so big for the Sister Speak show, but I can't reveal it. But I just want to thank you all for being listeners. And I thank God that this is a syndicated podcast. And I thank God that so many people reach out to me concerning their brand and coming on the Sister Speak show. I've got some dope special guests coming on, and you don't want to miss it. You don't want to shit me off now, do you? I am so shitted right now. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? It's like, he has such a pissy attitude. He has such a what? Shitty attitude. Come on, y'all. It's working. You got it. Okay. Now, brothers and sisters, check this out. Do you want to be a guest on the Sister Speak show? We'd love to have you. We surely would. All you have to do is contact me at sgtpgw. Go to my direct message, or you can contact me at sistergoodthing.com, and you can go to the contact page, submit your inquiry, and let's vibe out, my brothers and sisters, okay? Let's vibe out. And another thing, look, there's nothing wrong with moisturizing. I am so tired of seeing my brothers and sisters unmoisturized. Don't you get it by now that the winter comes to steal, kill, and rob your moisture? Brothers and sisters, I'm so serious about this. Real talk. And also, another thing, this is just a side note. I am down 10 pounds. So excited about that. I'm telling you, eating those organic berries are working for me. Literally working for me, brothers and sisters. So check this out, brothers and sisters. You've been a wonderful guest. Excuse me. You've been a wonderful listening audience. This is the Sister Speak show. Spiritual inspiration shared through the arts, spiritual inspiration shared through Ayanna, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action, a talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. Don't forget that the special guests who will be on the Sister Speak show are dynamic, and they are impacting the communities with their passions. The Sister Speak show is a talk show that will keep your mind and your soul informed, energized, and encouraged. We are a cultural renaissance platform that influences a climate that is conducive to who you are and who you should be. No reckless entertainment, just responsible listening nourishment. We don't go dumb, we go wisdom on the Sister Speak show. We're all about making the known known, my brothers and sisters. And with that being said, you've been a wonderful listening audience. Don't let nobody shit you off this weekend. Don't let nobody shit you off. And don't forget, you can listen to that Sheryl Underwood comedy on your own time. You know, she just got on the stage talking about fellatio just right off the bat. Like, this is not my name. I'm not going to give you my name. I'm not going to give you my number. Just going to tell you this is what I does. You know what the sad part is that a lot of people believe that that's what they have to do when they don't feel a certain way about themselves. Anyway, brothers and sisters, that's a whole nother show, because I could really go into that, because some of you brothers want women to do that, but then you don't have that bottom part ready for the women. So then women have to use a scuba gear to go down on you, because there is a humming effect coming from a certain area down there. Did somebody shit you off, brother? Sorry, I'm going to leave that alone. Anyway, brothers and sisters, you have a wonderful evening. And I will talk to you tomorrow live on the tour at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be blessed, be encouraged. Okay? Take care.